Hello, I'm Bruce Zimmerman. This is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week. Building Soils Naturally, Innovative Methods for Organic Gardeners by Paul Nato is a book written at a grade 7 or 8 level. This makes it an easy and understandable read. After all, when I taught college level soils, the hardest part of the course was getting the grasp on the chemistry of the soil, and the first 5 chapters of this book covers this with simple clarity. The encouraging of microorganisms using compost tea, inoculants, and organic matter are all covered very well in this book. My favorite section was the one that covers the different biostimulants and micronutrients. Now, it is an unusual one, and I'm not saying I would do this, to be honest with you. So, okay, here we go. Listen to this. Now, this was put out, according to his book, from a transcript by Gil A. Cardang of Herbania Farms in the Philippines. Now, the way they do this is with rice and milk. Okay? Seems like a terrible waste of food. But anyways, maybe if it creates more food, it would be good. Rinse a small amount of rice and pour the rinse water into a container, leaving the container 50 to 75% empty and putting on a loose lid so that the air can get in. The rice can be used elsewhere. I don't know if I really want to, but it is not needed anymore for this process. Keep the container at room temperature out of the sun for 7 days. Okay, once you see a thin film on the surface, strain the liquid into a bigger container and add 10 times as much milk. In another week or so, you may have some solids floating on the top that can go into the soil or compost, and a clear yellow fluid underneath that contains the bacteria. This just sounds all kinds of bad to me. But anyways, it works. Separate the fluid into another container and add an equal amount of molasses to keep the bacteria well fed. Store in the fridge. Can you imagine kids going in? Never mind. And you're ready to use it. Mix it, this concentrate that's in the fridge, with 20 parts non-chlorinated water and spray it on the plant, soil, and compost. Trust me, there is one of the ones. I ain't doing that, okay? But it's in there. And for those of you who wish to try it, it is in the inoculant section of this book. So the Building Soils Naturally and Innovative Methods for Organic Gardeners by Phil Nato is actually a good book for organic gardening. Some of the things in here I wouldn't do, but let's be honest, if it works and it improves your plant's health, growth, and production, then go for it. Because he does cover all the micronutrients and how to add them and where to use them, etc. So if it's whether it's sulfur, calcium, or others, it's all covered. He does cover some of the different things such as unsulfured molasses and other sugars, and some of the other micronutrients, enzymes, etc., and sources that you can use to get them. He even on occasion gives you prices for what you normally would pay for it. That's sometimes a little tricky because that is very much a little bit about demand and where you live. So there you go. It is from Acres USA Publishing. You can go to www.acresusa.com and order that there, or you can get it in the local library bookstores as well. I'll give you the toll-free number if you wish to order this book. It's about $20 US, so it'll be a little more in Canada. And it is 1-800-355-5313. That's 1-800-355-5313. I'm Bruce Zimmerman. This is the Open Line Garden Show podcast for this week.